So a short recap of what we gone through in previous sessions. So we saw about what is business, and in business we will know that business is an enterprise which makes or contributes uh, or provides any article. Article means a product. Okay, so don't get confused that the what is article. Article is kind of a product. So product or service which other members of the community need, or they are willing to pay for it. So an enterprise is considered to be a company or a business. It should be selling, or it should be making, or it should be providing a product. Okay, it should have some product, or it should have some service. If it has product and service which can be used by many people, so that would be considered to be business, and people will pay for it. So that is a basic understanding of business. That's the overall understanding about business. Okay, and yesterday we talked about business or entrepreneur. Okay, who is businessman and who is entrepreneur. So we called businessman businessman in a simple words as a provider who connects a buyer and a seller. Okay, he just make sure people buy the product, or make sure he ensures the service is sold to people. So he's just going to give you a product or service, he will not possess it. Whereas entrepreneur will have some possession over the product. Maybe he founded it, or maybe he invented it, maybe he first introduced it. So that is what known to be an entrepreneur. And we cannot tell businessman makes the profit each and every time, because it is very tough, right, to make profit each and every month or each and every year. So businessman, yes, they get profit, but it doesn't mean that every time a businessman gets a profit. Same thing with the entrepreneur. And entrepreneur, it binds a production with some different objectives. Entrepreneur comes with different objectives. He just gives you something out of nowhere. Okay, he will be giving you a new flavor. So that's a specialty of an entrepreneur, and he ensures people get paid. Okay, he is creating jobs, whereas businessman, he may not be creating big employability, but entrepreneurs have the potential to create employability to people. So that is where entrepreneur and a businessman have a difference. Okay, and then we talked about classification of business activities. So in general, we can divide the business activities into two. One is industry, and the second part is commerce. Yesterday we saw deeply on industry. Okay, the first industry we saw about is extractive industry, which is relatedly known as farming, fishing, and mining. And we also saw about genetic industry. This genetic industry is nothing but you take livestock, for example, poultry, dairy, fishiculture. So these are the things considered to be genetic industry. I hope you all referred it in Google or any other internet sources regarding these industries. And we also saw about manufacturing industry. Manufacturing industries are simply but people who produce a product. They take a raw material out of, they may be taking the raw material from the previous two. For example, they may be, I think they may be getting the raw materials from genetic, or they will be getting from extractive, and they will be producing some end goods. So those people are considered to be manufacturing industries. So for examples, I have put cement manufacturers, steel manufacturers, and automobile manufacturers. Okay. And then we talked about construction. So construction industry is a very huge industry that has a very big potential and a very big job market as well. So they mainly focus on infrastructure development. The construction industry is mainly focused on infrastructure. So all our roads, all our dams, all our tall buildings, all these are maintained by construction industries. So far we have seen industry activities under business classification. Is there any doubts? Is there any doubts in this? Half screen only visible. Okay. Is the screen is good now, or still I need to make a change? Okay, okay. Okay, I'll make a change. Okay, wait. Visible, visible. For who are not visible? Just for example, okay, visible. Okay, Ashwini tell visible. Okay, fine, right? We'll go forward. Shall we go forward? Yes. Okay, fine. Okay. So now we are going to see about the commerce, the second type in business activity. See, we have seen two different activities, okay, in business activities. One is industry type, the second is commerce type. What is commerce? We learned, right? What is commerce? Can anyone tell what is commerce? We learned about commerce. Yes, buying and selling. In general term, we will put it as buying and selling. Shall we go back and check what is commerce once again? We just go back where we were with commerce. Okay, commerce. Commerce is, we learned, it helps trade. Okay, it facilitates. Okay, these two important keywords. You just make a note of it. Okay, I hope everyone having your separate notebook for BO, business organization. Okay, make a note of it. Commerce is something that helps trade and facilitates business. Okay, these are two very important terms you should know. If someone asks what is commerce, you should be able to tell it helps to trade and it facilitates business. Again, both are same meaning, help and facilitates, but help is direct word. Okay, direct word. Facilitates means it has multiple purposes. For example, we got storing, we get finance, we get transportation, we get insurance. All these combined to be commerce. So that is very, very important. So that's why we came back to see what is commerce. Okay, so we'll quickly go to the different types of commerce activities under business. So very, very important. So even it will help you for your future. If you're going to start a business of your own, or if you want to help your family business, this will help you to distinguish what type of business I am doing. Okay, so very, very important. So commerce in general, we can split them into two different things. Okay, it's trade and aids to trade. Okay, just have a clear idea. Commerce is to help trade. Okay, second one, what we can put, it facilitates business. It helps the business to go smoothly. And we split this commerce into two different things. Okay, that is a direct trade, where buying and selling is done, direct trade, fine. And the second category is aids to trade. What is mean by aids to trade means which supports the trade. Which supports, aids means support. Okay, it is not acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. It is not that. This is AIDS. It's an English word, so you can add it in your vocabulary. It will help you. So AIDS means supports. AIDS, AIDS. Okay, so aids to trade. So we have got two different categories in commerce. We will slowly look into those aspects and we will get back. Okay, so trade. What do you mean by trade? You can use chat box, you can unmute and tell what do you mean by trade. I think someone is presenting. Yeah. Okay, buying and selling. Okay, one place to another place. Okay, buying and selling, buy, sale. Okay, good. Exchange of, yes. Janasri, yes, comes with more specific answer. Yes, exchange of goods and service. Good. Exchange of goods and service. See, that is more precise. Yes, buying and selling, anywhere it happens. So That definition can be given to anyone. What makes us different from others? We have to use some key terminologies, right? We are business students, we are doing BBA. See, I'm a manager, so what I will tell, just put it in elegantly. Yes, as people told, Janasri, Solomon, Rexlin, Mukesh. Yes, Mukesh also coming with some other aspect. Okay, exchange of goods and services. As Solomon is putting for goods for goods. Yes, nice. Okay, exchange of transfer of goods and services. Good. Yes, the transfer means, Mukesh, it will come to again a broader perspective where I am transferring from one person to another or business to business, very different. Okay, when we look at the trade is a very huge uh, barter system. Yes, yes, I'm coming to that. Hey, trade has a very huge historical background. Okay, how we got into that slavery of British colonial system, how we got into British colony, what made them to rule us? Any idea? Wealth, spice. Yes, 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 very good. So first people who came to India are Portuguese. Okay, Vasco da Gama was the first person to come to India. He came to Kozhikode, Kerala. Okay, he was trading spices with India. Okay, he just saw the very good spices found in the God's own country. So he was trading spices. So what they made is a business relation between two countries. That is very long ages ago. Okay, very so many years ago they started doing that. So previously, as Janasri mentioned, previously when before we invented a coin, before we go into that currency system, we got this barter system. Okay, barter system means, I think you see this apple, right? Barter system means I will have some product with me and someone will have another product which I may be needing it. So what I will do is I will give the product which I have and will get the exchange for that. I will have the product which I need. Okay. So this is how the barter system is started. The trade started initially in that way only. That is what trade. Trade is exactly, people mention, exchange of products and the services. Okay. So people will pay for it. People will afford, those who afford for the particular product or service will come to you and we will get to you. That is called a trade. This trade happens everywhere. Okay, if you just go out of your house, if you keenly watch, the trade happens everywhere. It happens in your kirana shop. Kirana shop means pottikada. Okay, the small shops will be there, right? There will be kirana shops in your area. It will happen there. In supermarkets, it will happen there. Very big malls, it will happening there. Even in government outlets like what is it? Ration Kadasal Mall, yeah. So the public distribution system, there also the trade happens. In banks, we do trade. In hotels, we do trade. Something, because without trade, any business cannot be functioning smoothly. That is very important. Okay, and trade we can classify into two different trades. Okay, that is home trade, another is foreign trade. What is mean by home trade? What is mean by home trade? What does mean by home trade? Inside our country, yes, yes, within our national boundary, if a trade occurs, that could be considered to be uh, home trade. We don't, yes, internal trade, yes, within the country. Yes, yes, all of you got the points nicely. Good. So home trade is nothing but a trade occurs between a boundary, that is within our own country. For example, I may be selling my coconuts to Punjab. Punjab person will be sending me wheat because he grows wheat well, I grows coconut well. So there is a trade. So what is foreign trade? If I suppose international trade, yes, foreign trade between two or more countries, yes, external trade. So what is foreign trade means? You trade with some other country, some other locality, some other region, some other people who doesn't belong to your country or belong to your territory or belong that doesn't belong to your citizen. Okay, so these are considered to be foreign trade. And when we go deeper into this, the home trade will be considered classified into two: wholesale and retail. What do you mean by wholesale? What do you mean by wholesale? Bulk and cheap. Okay, Rexlin tells bulk and cheap. Okay, selling bulk quantity. Anything else? Yes, we have to buy it in large quantities. Yes, great. So you people have that idea of what is wholesale, right? Wholesale is, as people mention, exactly. Excellent comes to the point, which I want to which I'm going to tell you. Okay, so wholesale is a person who directly connects with the producer of the particular products, and who acquires it in bulk. He will not go for a simple amount of product. Maybe he will go for thousands of products, lakhs of products. Why? Because he is directly connecting to the producer, and he will acquire the whole product. He will get some benefit from the producer, and he will be distributing to different retailers. Okay, that is what wholesale. This is considered to be home trade, the part of home trade. There is, we have under home trade, we have got wholesale and retail. Okay, and then we have got retail are places where a small quantity of sales are produced, not a bigger quantity of sales. Maybe a smaller quantity of sales is produced. That is considered to be retail. In wholesale, yes, even ordinary people also will go and buy, and there are different purposes, right? Some will go to some wholesale shop to get products a little cheaper. So they only acquire, the difference between they on the acquirement of product. People who get the product to sell will differ. There is not much difference between those who go and buy in wholesale or retail. Whatever is convenient for me, I will go and buy. For example, if someone is doing sari business, they will go to north, maybe Meerut or Surat, and they will go and buy the saris bulk. They'll buy the saris very cheaper price, and in a huge quantity, and they come back here and they will sell it to people, right? So yes, exactly. So in textiles, we got this exact example is textiles. They have got wholesalers, resellers. So all these people are there in textile. That is a very common example you can provide in your examination. Okay, then if we go to trade in foreign territory, that would be considered to be import, export, and entreport. Okay, import, export, entreport. What is import? What do you mean by import? Goods are brought, okay, to buy from another country, buying products, okay, yes, buying for our country, okay. Good, okay. So anyone, Anybody in your home does any import export work? Okay, okay, fine. No, fine. So import is exactly what Sufyan told, Nandini told, Solomon told, Janasri told, Rexlin told. It is about bringing the product from some other country and using it here. That is called import. We import it from other country and we will use it for our development or for our people. India is a leading importer of electronic goods. Okay, we import lot of electronic goods from different countries. Maybe I think China is the biggest exporter of electronic goods, and India is the most consumer of electronic goods. Okay, so what do you mean by export? What do you mean by export? What do you mean by export? Is selling to other countries. Sell our goods to foreign countries. Yes, good. Irakumari, yes. Sanjay, yes. Irakumari, yes. It's Tamil, it is known as Irakumari. See, export is, no, Sanjay, that is Etrumadi, Sanjay. Irakumari is for import. Export, pathina, Etrumadi. Okay, we send outside of the country. Yes, selling for other countries. Okay, yes, good. Anyone watch the news? India banned some vegetable or a very important vegetable for export. They recently banned it 2 days before. They banned the product not to export. Do you know what is the product? Anybody? Don't know? Okay.
Venkayam.
Yes, onion. Onion is banned for export. Who told the answer? Who gave the answer? Hello? Nitish. Okay. Okay, we should congratulate Nitish for answering that. Nice, nice, Nitish. It is very important, right? Knowing the current affairs, what is happening around us, that is very important. So that is, I will give you a task. Okay, we will be doing the task slowly. So onion export is banned in our country until the government declares it can be exported. Export means what is excess of our consumption will be exported to some other country. That is a main reason for export. If we don't have sufficiency within the country, we will not exporting it. If we have sufficiency of that particular product, we will be sending it to or selling it to some other country. Okay, so we were importing sand from Malaysia because we are having some issues with our sand issues. So we were importing the sand from Malaysia. So Malaysia is having excess of sand. So they are exporting the sand to India and we are getting and we are using for constructions. So import and export is very important for a country's development. That is very, very important. Nowadays, if you see China and America, they are battling it in trade. Their exact war between trade. If China imposes something on American product, again America will impose some taxes on Chinese products, and we also doing something on their trade system. We are banning different applications, we are banning their business people to establish their work here. So this is how countries can control with the export and import only. Countries can have a clear cut control of their economic background. Okay, okay, what is entrepreneur? What is entrepreneur? Did anyone heard of this word entrepreneur? Anybody knows it? What is entrepreneur? Okay. So if you are going to take up any logistics specialization or logistics career, this is very important term. So just I added it for
Sir,
extra knowledge. Yes, yeah.
goods are imported from foreign countries and re-exported for other countries, sir.
Okay, who is that?
Janasri, sir.
Okay, Janasri. Nice, Janasri. Did you Google it?
No, sir. In 12th I studied, sir.
Nice, Janasri. So we should congratulate Janasri also. Nice. Janasri, can you explain it again once again?
Goods are bought from foreign countries and re-exported for other countries, sir.
Yes, exactly. So that is called entrepreneur. Okay, entrepreneur is very niche. That means niche means very specified business model. Okay, we acquire a product from some country and we will be exporting it to some other country. We buy simply for like how this wholesale business does, right? They buy the product and sell. Same exactly. Entrepreneur also a kind of trade where a country imports some product and export it to some other country. This happens in example diamond. Yes, exactly. Okay, see, Janasri is nice. Janasri, diamond is a very good example. Which country produces more diamond? You know, Janasri, you know which country produces diamond export? Okay, so everyone gets the assignment. Okay, South Africa. Don't look iron move, iron movie, and don't tell South Africa is producing more of diamond. Okay, so that's some activity for next class. We are going to talk about how this diamond business works. Okay. Yes, Russia is one of the largest. As per the Google information, Russia is the leading diamond producer. Okay, so everyone, when you come back to next class, you are going to talk about diamonds. Okay, how these diamonds are produced, which country is importing it more. So we will learn from it how this trade is happening with the diamond. Okay, so these are three different types of foreign trades. Okay, import, export, and entreport. Okay, so this is what two classification of trade. So we got trade, that means exchange of service and goods or transferring of service and goods from one person to another, where a person is able to buy or willing to buy. So that is called to be trade. So trade we classify into two: home trade and foreign trade. And foreign trade we will be having, home trade we will be having wholesale and retail, and in foreign trade we have got export, import, and import. Okay, so and then we saw something called aids to trade. What is mean by aids to trade? I told you what is mean by aids to trade.
Support.
Yes, which supports the trade, which supports the trade. That is called to be aids to trade. Okay, in this aids to trade, we have got different. So we have got 5 different activities. Okay, first one is banking. Banking is very important aspect in trade because they support financially. Okay, when you learn deeper in logistics, you will know how banking is working. And then we have got insurance also very crucial in trading. They ensure the product is safe, they ensure the product is handled perfectly. If any damage is there, they have to reimburse it, that means pay back to them. And insurance is very important. And transport, today majority of the trade dependent on transport. If the lorry strike is announced, all the materials will be having high price, right? Is it so? Yes. Every business will face some problem, right? If lorry strike, any milk lorry strike, petrol lorry strike, if they announce, yes, because transport plays major role. They take the product from one place to another. Okay. And then we have got warehousing means where we store all the products. India is lacking of this particular infrastructure. We don't have much of cooling storages like developed countries have it. We are just in a race for better cooling storage areas where we can store our product this from diminishing or spoiling. So that is the work we are doing it. So we have got more to work on warehousing. And finally, we have got advertising. Advertising also very important in trade. See, we invite people. See, you come and trade with us. See, Ministry of Commerce. If you go to the website of Ministry of Commerce, they do so much of advertisements. And India is one of the leading country in ease of doing business. How they will do? They will go and advertise, come and do trade with us, come and do business with us. That's how government will do. Same thing, private organizations also does some kind of advertisements. So these are very important topics we have to know in aids to trade, that is banking, insurance, transport, and warehousing. And finally we have got advertising. Okay, any doubts here? Any doubts? Okay, good. So just a short recap of what we learned today. So today we saw about commerce. Okay, commerce is which enables buying and selling, that helps the trade and facilitates trade with different aspects. Okay. And commerce in general we classify into two: trade and aids to trade. And in trade, what you mean by trade is exchange of goods and services when a person is able to buy or willing to buy. So that is where the trade is occurs. Okay. And in trade we have two different types, that is home trade and foreign trade. And further we classify home trade into wholesale, where a person directly gets the product from the producer and acquires in a whole manner. And we have got retail, where we have got a very uh, small quantity to be bought from the wholesaler, and that will be distributed to the sellers, that means buyers. And we have got foreign trade. In foreign trade we have got import, export, and interport. So, and then we found about aids to trade. In aids to trade we have got banking, insurance, transport, warehousing, and advertising. Is there any doubt here? Okay, thank you.